This video is about how to install a lithium battery charging board onto a smartphone or tablet after the charging port attempt to install a charging port has failed. Here we have a Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 NOOK. It's an SM-T230NU. So I started out, I wanted to fix this tablet for a friend, and the charging port here was bad. It wouldn't charge the phone. So naturally the battery went dead, and so I thought, well, I could give replacing the charging port a try. So I did. I got on eBay, and they offer charging port repair services on eBay for like $25. And I thought, well, that's a bit expensive, but maybe in hindsight, maybe I should have taken a $25 hit up front, because, you know, if it actually worked, if they were actually able to put in a new charging port without, you know, without destroying the stuff, their $25, that might not be so bad, especially for how expensive these phones are. I haven't tried their service, and I don't offer their service, but you know, who knows, it could be quite good. And they offer a money-back guarantee. I thought, well, that's not a bad idea either. But I went this way. I tried to put the charging port in myself, so I ordered 3 charging ports. And they were for, you know, the Samsung Galaxy model number, charging port. Just search for it on eBay. I only paid a couple dollars for them. I got 3 of them. And yeah, so to get rid of the old charging port, you have to use a heat gun. So I got a heat gun from eBay, and it's an inexpensive heat gun, so that's, you know, I didn't want to try something expensive right off the bat, so I got a heat gun off eBay for only $15.50, and it came with this attachment which narrows the airflow to just where I wanted to blow. So with the heat gun, on the back side of the circuit board, with the circuit board extracted, on the back side of the circuit board, I was able to extract the old charging port, and then I was going to put in this new charging port. And so before I put in the new charging port, of course, I put flux on the terminals on the bottom there, and a bit of solder on the terminals on the bottom there, making sure they weren't shorted to each other or anything like that. You know, just to pre-tin them, just make sure everything was going to go well. And I put this in the circuit board, and I heated up the circuit board from the back, again with the heat gun, and it melted the solder, and I had to put a little more heat on the front of the charging port. And so, but you know, there's plastic. There's plastic here on the back of the charging port, and so it melts the plastic a little, just a little bit when you do that, when you put a little heat on the back. But it all worked out just fine. I could see the solder was good and melted, and I could see that the solder had adhered well, and I tested all the connections with the meter, and they were all just fine. So the continuity test worked just fine. And so I plugged the I plugged the cord into the into the charging port, and it charged for about 3 hours, and then it burned through the soldering connections, and it blackened the board a little bit too when it did that. And I thought, oh wow, it only lasted 3 hours. You know, it burned right through the solder connections. Well, so So this one was the one that when, as you can see, it's you know, it's toast, it's fried. Once I had to unsolder this one, you know, what was connected with the heat gun again, and I put in my next one, and I did basically the same thing because it worked before. It just didn't last very long. I thought, well, maybe the solder connections weren't as good as they should be, you know, even though they tested well with the meter. So I did the same thing again, and I unsoldered the old one, and I put this one in, and I heated up, and I tested all the connections. They were all good again. It took a long time to get it quite right too. It wasn't a simple or quick process. So I again heated up with the gun to make sure all the connections were soldered in there well, and they were. And I, once I put it all back together, I plugged the charging port back in there, and the charger rather back in there in the charging port, and it lasted for less than 3 minutes, and then it burned right through the connection. It didn't even last 3 hours this time. It only lasted less than 3 minutes. And it stopped working again, and I checked with the meter, and sure enough, it had burned through one of the connections again. And I was like, wow, that wasn't really worth it anyway. So I went back to the heat gun, and I unsoldered that charging port that I just soldered back in again. And I was going to solder in my third one, but I didn't get a chance to, because while I was unsoldering this port, one of the traces completely fell off the circuit board, and there was nothing to solder to anymore. It just disappeared into the board. So with nothing to solder to anymore, I knew that I couldn't put a new charging port in this Samsung Galaxy Tab 4. So I looked around the internet to see if there was another solution, because I was thinking, hey, all I got to do is be able to charge this battery. That's all that's really needed here. So is there a solution to just charge the silly battery and resurrect this phone? Well, I found in a chat room there was. They didn't really have it for tablets or phones, but they mentioned something that could charge a lithium battery, and so I thought, wow, that'd be great. So the guy in the chat room, he gave the number TP4056. So I looked on eBay for this board, and there's the board. Let's see if I can get you a really good close view of the board here. And as you can see, the board is very straightforward. All you have to do is connect. Here we have a micro USB port here, and that's the battery negative solders here, the battery positive terminal solders there, and of course this is the micro USB that you'd plug it into the charger with, just like you would with the phone. So instead of plugging this into the phone, you plug this into the charger. So just go like that. Now, I got 10 of these on eBay for $225 total. It's amazing how inexpensive these boards are. The only problem with these boards that I got off eBay, I got them from Hong Kong or China or something like that. The problem is that this end terminal right here, the positive terminal right there on the USB port, it is not soldered to the board, and so the board operates sporadically or not at all until you get that little piece soldered right there. So you might have to make sure that that connection really is connected, and maybe that connection over there is really connected. But at least this connection might very probably have to be resoldered. So I put it onto the back of this board, and back of this tablet, the board back on the back of this tablet, and as you can see, there it is. And I have a battery wire coming off here and disappearing into the board because there's a hole drilled in the board. A battery wire here, and it goes into the board with a hole drilled in the board. And of course, I did not drill the holes through this plastic with the board on the other side because I didn't want to, damage the board. Of course, just use common sense. And I used twist ties that were insulated. They really need to be insulated, of course, because otherwise you're going to have shorting. Twist ties that were thickly insulated with plastic on both of these places. And then I used a protective shield that I cut out of a peanut butter jar, a washed peanut butter jar, and you can see the missing pieces as a shield for it. And so now the wires go inside and they're protected, and just to show you how you plug it in, you just plug it in like that, and that charges the phone. Now it only charges the phone up to around 80-something%, maybe 83%, but hey, that's good enough for me. Now I'll go inside the phone and I'll show you where I soldered. So this one has a protective plastic on it too, but I had already loosened it so I could open it quickly to show you. So you can see the wires coming in. Now the only wires that were thin enough to do the job that I found were wire wrapping wires. I used a red and a blue wire just to differentiate it because I had it in my collection. But you can see, right where the battery comes in, that's where the two wires go, and they disappear through the holes, and they come out where the circuit board is, and that just works. That charges the phone. This will work with any tablet or smartphone whose charging port's dead. Just strap one of these battery charging boards. The battery charging boards are awesome because not only they're inexpensive, but they also protect. They charge the board at a good rate, and they once the battery is charged up to 80-something%, or fully charged, it will shut itself. It'll shut itself off. It'll stop charging the battery. Yeah, and that's it. And I don't know if you can see the connections. Here we go. Let's say a better view of the connections there. I just bridged a bunch, but you can see the positive and the negative connection there. I don't have the battery currently connected because I didn't want to mess with the phone in my hands while the terminals were dangling there. But basically, you slide that in and like that, and then it's connected, and then you can see the connections there, positive and negative. So yeah, and that worked just great. And just remember to use the wire wrapping wires, because if you don't use wire wrapping wires, other wires are too thick. And what I found was when I used other wires instead of these wires, the other wires that were too thick caused it so that when I shut the case on it like this, there was a bulge in the screen here, and the screen the screen looked funny because it's like a pressure sensitive screen kind of thing, and you could see it was having pressure on the back side of it when I pushed it together. So you're going to need these thin wires. Here's the wire wrapping red that I used, a wire wrapping indigo that I used, blue. And yeah, you can probably get this off eBay, wherever. You can see the wire is very, very thin, and that's why it works. And it's always useful to check your connections with a loop or a magnifying glass or something. So if you have a smartphone or a Galaxy Tab 4 tablet or some other tablet, and you know that you can't solder in a brand new port into it because the port connections have been burned out or the trace has been torn off, there is still hope. You can just buy one of these lithium battery charging boards and connect it to your smartphone or tablet or whatever that has that lithium battery in it that's approximately 3.8 volts, and this thing will charge it for you. It'll charge your battery. All you gotta do is just make a simple little solder connections, and you're good to go. Okay, thanks for watching.